Hello, everybody. It's 11:30 a.m. on this Tuesday, July 5th, 2022, which means it's time once again for our Midday Mindful Moment. I am Reverend Jonathan Zenz, the minister here at Unity of Tucson, and this is the opportunity we take every single weekday to engage in some spiritual practice, to affirm some good in our lives, and to settle into the truth of our being. And we do this every week. I do this every weekday. And those of you who join me every weekday, I'm grateful for that. And we do this so that we can be consistent in our spiritual practice. Because when we are consistent in the practice, well, life gets better all around. So let's make life better together right in this moment. What do you say? Whether you are watching live or on the replay, I would love for you to post a comment and let me know you're here. I do see that Jason and Sue and Sherry are all here. Grateful to see you and grateful for this connection. I will, of course, offer my reminder, as I do each time I see you, to say, you are love, you are light, you are life, you are magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. I'm so grateful that you shine your light and share your magnificence with the world. Keep doing that. Annie, Darwin, Jerry, William, always great to see you all. So thanks for being here. So I wrote today something that basically is along the lines of we must own what we allow today. And I think it's a great spiritual lesson that we are not relegated to anything in the world of form that we sometimes feel has dominion over us. You know, one of the great lessons that I learned in spiritual practice and in taking on spirituality as a way of life in a much deeper way than I did, and I say that only because I always felt like I had a spiritual sensibility, and I formalized it by becoming a minister, essentially. But one of the greatest lessons I learned was this lesson of responsibility. And I always talk about responsibility being the capacity to respond ably, right? The ability for us to respond in any given moment to whatever is happening. And this is the only moment that exists. And so if there's anything in our lives that feels challenging, and frankly, there's a lot that feels challenging for me right now, I choose to own it if I allow it. I choose to own it if I allow it. Whatever's happening is not happening to me. I recognize that. But as long as I continue to allow it to happen, then it is up to me to own that, because I am the point from which shift happens. Be very clear that there's an F in that word. Shift happens. And so I get to use my mind. I get to use my thought process. I get to use addressing my belief system and resonating at the feeling level with what it is I would like to experience. And then that's my ability to respond. That is my responsibility to change. So I don't need to continue to allow, but if I do continue to allow something to happen in my experience, in my sphere, then I must own it until I decide and actively work to change it. So that's the message today. Wilda, good morning to you. Grateful to see you here. So yes, that is what is coming through me to offer today. It's one of those. For me, it's one of those like basic principle reminders. And sometimes we just need to hear the basic principle reminders to get us on track with what it is we would like to shift and experience in our lives. So if it is safe and comfortable for you to join me in some affirmative prayer, I invite you to do so by closing your eyes if you want and allowing yourself to just have this moment, because this is truly the only moment that exists. This is it right here, right now. There is no time in the infinite mind. There is only the here and now. There is only the here and now. And here and now, I am rooted in the knowledge that I am swimming in an infinite sea of receptivity, and that receptivity is the core of my beingness, for there is only one power and one presence. This receptive principle of all creation, there is God and nothing else. Greatness on demand. This creative energy, this flow, this source, this universal presence This infinite magnificence is the only thing. And there is nothing separate from it. There is nothing separate from the infinite. There can be nothing separate from the infinite, for that is the very definition of the infinite. It is inclusive of all. And so I am part of this. I am of this. We are, each and every one of us, of this. This is our identity. God is our identity. We are that which is. The infinite I am that I am is the I am that we all are. There is no separation. There is only unity and wholeness. And while we express in infinitely myriad, magnificent, unique ways, it is all the same creative energy flowing forth. And so I choose in this moment to utilize this creative energy for the purposes of magnificent unfoldment in my life and in the lives of each and every one of us, to the degree that we allow our own receptivity to be opened to the word I speak right now. And I speak my word on behalf of each and every one of us to know that we are not relegated to limitation. For it is not God's nature to be limited. God's nature is unlimited, and so therefore we are unlimited. And we are not relegated to any form. There is no dominion in form. There is only pure consciousness flowing forth to create form. And so I open myself up in this moment to greater expressions of that expansive, infinite consciousness. I open my awareness. I open the allowing. And I trust and know that with grace and ease, all that flows forth in activity is rooted in this: love. Love only. I deepen into this understanding, and I know that in this understanding, I master the expression of my life. And I trust we all do the same, each and every one of us, for that is the power we are. There's nothing to be possessed. There's no power to be possessed. There is only the power that we awaken to in this moment, that is who we are. And so I welcome the awakening. And I trust in the flow. And I allow only the constructive, only the good, only the loving. And it is with a grateful heart that I acknowledge and accept this as the truth of my experience. And I accept it as the truth of the experience of each and every one of us. And so with joy, with gratitude, with lightheartedness, I simply let it be. I trust in this unfoldment, perfect and complete here and now. And I affirm it by saying, and so it is. Amen. Sherry, keep reminding me, right? It's the good constant reminder right now. Always happy to share this opportunity to remind you and remind myself. That is the benefit of this journey that I'm on in ministry, is that you are a reflection of me, I am a reflection of you, and we're all here to remind each other of our magnificence. And so let's keep doing that. Join me again tomorrow for the Midday Mindful Moment right here on YouTube or Facebook, wherever you're watching from. I am here every single weekday at 11:30, except for yesterday when my pre-recorded did not. Anyway, I don't need to talk about that. Setting it up and setting it for 11:30 p.m. instead of a.m. and then realizing, late in the day that it hadn't aired. It happens. But join me every weekday for the Midday Mindful Moment. You can also join me on Wednesday. If you're in Tucson and would like to join me in person for our prayer service in the prayer room here, that's an in-person only experience. Would love to see you for about 20 to 30 minutes of meditation, contemplation, and prayer. You're welcome to join me for that. Also join Sunday mornings, 9:30 a.m. for guided meditation and 10 a.m. for our celebration service. That is in person, but also online. So would love to see you for that. What else do I have to tell you? Yes, keep commenting, like, subscribe, follow, all that stuff. Always grateful for this connection, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Peace and blessings to you, everyone.